Premier Racing. Back to Glaswegian, Malo Bollier, who's been in brilliant form for Victory Lane. Papagena, Butsa, Smith, and the first Greek, Vasilios Apostolidis. Skulanov, Lewis Werrell, who won in juniors last year. Welcome to the center of the karting universe. Welcome to South Garda Karting. Welcome to the WSK Champions Cup. For the first time in 2024, we race. Guy goes by, and the Israeli up into second will try and take the lead. Slams it down the inside. The Israeli goes position one. What a start from Guy Elbaz on debut for the Kart Republic team. Two karts coming together. It may well have been Dante Vinci. The Prema drivers in second and third. The Belgian in four. It's the Oakman. Leo Nielsen is out. Ladalkas, Andy Consani, and Dominic Shimek have all come together. The Prema Racing duo trade positions. The Williams Academy F1 Junior. Alexander Bondarev goes by the Colombian up into second place. What a start, what a story this is. Guy Elbaz has got the race lead as the Oakman fires it down the inside. Superb pass by the Belgian. Here's the Prema duo trading positions. Bondarev going by and taking P2 away from the South American. That is Bollier for the Victory Lane team. Now trying to attack Salim Hanna for fourth place. Eichmans looks good as he shadows Bondarev. Marlowe down the inside, he's gone through and taken him. Eichmans looks good here. Guy Elbaz, what a story this is. Incredibly difficult times for Guy and his family as Ian Eichmans fires it down the inside in the Belgian now into second place. Guy Elbaz on debut for the Kart Republic team. We know the turmoil which is going on in his home country. It is affecting his family big time, very personally. He locks up, he leads. Eichmans in second place. Bondarev in third, loses time to the Belgian. Ian Eichmans, who won his first heat on Friday. The 209 Beryl Art with GFR tuned TM engines closes in on the back of Guy Elbaz. Eichmans closes up. He'll make a move here imminently. Fires it down the inside. The Oakman goes through. Bondarev follows him. The Ukrainian behind the Belgian, who comes across the line to start lap 4 in position 1. Into turn 1. That is Bondarev. Guy goes by. Back to position 3. Malo Bollier for the Victory Lane team of Nico Martins in fourth place. Salim Hanna is still there in position 5. Skulanov, Kavalkan, Papagena, and Zach in position 9 ahead of Yindra Peschel. Ian Eichmans leads. And this is how he did it. Guy went wide ever so slightly at the far hairpin. Eichmans just lined up the Israeli, fired it down the inside. Bondarev followed him on through. And they both went by Guy, who falls back to position 3. A replay of the start as well, the Prema Racing duo from the front row of the grid. Bondarev now in position 2. Salim Hanna, though, he's fallen back to 7th. On the inside second row of the grid, what about Sara Matsui? Starts out at grid 4. Cocchianella, Romeo, Bogdan, Cosmo, Christopher, Archie Lovett, Sebastian Frijolet, and Guy. Down the inside, Bondarev followed him on through. And they both went by Guy, who falls back to position 3. A replay of the start as well, the Prema Racing duo from the front row of the grid. Bondarev now in position 2. Salim Hanna, though, he's fallen back to 7th place. Eichmans leads, and he goes purple. Guy Elbaz in position 3. He is coached by the 2011 World Cup champion Felice Tiene, who's also mentoring young Zach Drummond as well. Felice Tiene, who won the World Cup a decade ago, also with that storming drive in Bahrain in the World Championships when he came from grid 20 to finish third. Behind Pedro Hilbrand and Carol Bash, the race in the desert in 2016. Had he have started a little bit further up. But there's his protege, Gael Bash. Felice Etienne watching on from the grandstand here. His driver from the Holy Land of Israel in position 3, but it's the Belgian who goes purple again, a 47.471, virtually matched though by Bondarev. The Williams F1 Academy junior driver in second place. Here is Kavalkin who goes down the inside. And the ruthless racing Russian sends it. The Paralin now just a position off the podium. Nicely done by Anatoly Kavalkin. Marlo Bollier under attack from Jedis Gulanov. Salim Hanna, Papachena, Peschel, Zach Drummond, Boussard, Smith, Repetto, and Lewis Werrell. Noah Wolf from the back of the grid is storming through the field. The Brit from the 17th row is up into 15th place. Bondarev slides sideways and he goes purple. Purple sectors in that lap as Ian Eichmans down into the pit hairpin in position 1. So it's the TM-powered Birilat and a purple sector as well for the Belgian that time. The IAMI-powered Kart Republic of Alexander Bondarev. The KR is quick in this part of the circuit. Watch into the far hairpin. He's too far back. Not too far back this time. He fires it down the inside. Eichmans has to give him room. This is intelligent racing between the Belgian and the Ukrainian. And they're waving. They're looking at each other. Ian is saying, go boy, go. They need to fight amongst themselves. Otherwise, Guy, Anatoly, Jetty, and Salim Hanna will catch them. Guy Elbaj still superb in position 3. The Williams F1 Academy junior driver, the former Euro champ, leads the driver on your screen. The familiar Arai yellow helmet for Speedwear.be. Last year with the Lennox Racing Team, moves over to the sister team. Birilat still mentored, working with Jordan Lennox, another former World Kart champion. Here this weekend. Loses a little bit of time in the final sector though. Anatoly Kavalkin goes purple, as does Bondarev with a 46.927. Bondi is disappearing. He's pulling away. He's the only driver under the 47 second bracket. This is not even half race distance. There's Skulanov, Salim Hanna. Behind Papachena for Ward Racing, Peschel, Putzar. Goes by Zach, the Glaswegian. Ahead of his two fellow Brits, Werrell, Smith. The Monaco-based Kiwi, Oscar Repetto. Wolf up into position 14 is Noah from the back of the grid. Look at the Kart Republic dancing through the penultimate corner. Massive grip despite the freezing conditions. But Eichmans is staying with him. The gap last time, 0.4. Eichmans goes purple. The Belgian takes a 10th out of the Ukrainian that time. They both pull away from Guy, who's driving superbly in trying circumstances on debut for Kart Republic. Eichmans purple in this sector as well. Here comes the Belgian. Kavalkin trying to catch Guy Elbaj as well. In the Paralin kart, Anatoly Kavalkin, who won the WSK Champions Cup at Adria Raceway in 2020. That was in 60 minutes. Look at the inside rear of Bondi's kart. Up onto two wheels virtually. Looks over his shoulder, head down behind the steering wheel. Goes purple again. 46.65 versus 46.71 for Eichmans. Eichmans, a former WSK race winner. We go back to Castelletto di Branduzzo. Quite a few seasons ago now. This would be a good, strong victory for the driver who finished third in the Junior European Championships a couple of seasons ago. Almost took out the European X30 Series last year and probably would have done so had he not missed the first round. As the rest of the field come down the hill, Kamenek, the DCR Motorsport, Repetto, Apostolidis, Lorenzo Campos for AKM Motorsport from the back of the grid. from the bottom of Africa has passed 18 karts from grid 36 to be in position 18. Now Eichmanns takes another 10th. He goes faster and purple that time. Anatoly trying to go by Guy. The Israeli still courageously in position 3. Sideways from Bondarev, that'll be costly. Half race distance, the OK final, the WSK Champions Cup. Down through the chicane to complete lap 12 of 21. Lewis Werrell is in position 10. He won the WSK Champions Cup 12 months ago in OK Junior. He's just gone purple. Lewis is flying. Lewis is in position 10, ahead of Smith, behind Drummond and Peschel, but he's the fastest driver on circuit. Here comes Lewis from Lincolnshire, behind the Glaswegian in the Paralympic. And it's Smith, Wolf, Butzer and Fisa. 46.58 last time for Bondarev, 46.65 for Eichmanns, 0.5 between them. Lewis on the back of Zach. Down through the chicane as we complete lap 13 of 21. Eichmanns closes up in that sector. There's Guy Superb in third. Lewis with another purple sector. Started out of the 8th row of the grid, grid 16. He's into position 10. But it gets harder from here. This is Ian Eichmanns. We can hear them cheering from Hedentals in Belgium. The second generation racer. His father, former Formula 3000 racer. A start in the 1999 Indianapolis 500, Wim Eichmanns. Watching on from that very corner right there. Ian glances up. Now puts her head down behind the steering wheel and goes purple. Now Ian Eichmanns with a 46.520. The gap is down to 0.3 of a second. Here comes the Oak Man. Eichmanns rides the ripple strip. Guy Superb in position 3. Kavalkins drop back behind Salim Hanna and Jetty Skulinov now a step off the podium. Lewis has gone by Zach. That's Wolf from the back of the grid. From grid 33, Noah Wolf is in 11th place. What a drive from Noah Wolf. Yes, he is howling through the field. Sorry, I had to. That's a stunning drive, though, in all seriousness, from Noah Wolf. Also for the Birillard team, a 46.77. So almost matching the times of the leaders is Noah Wolf. 0.35 of a second between Bondarev in P1 and Eichmanns in second. And it's 3 seconds back to the Israeli. Superb on debut for the Kart Republic team, Guy Elbaz. Lewis in position 9, ahead of Zach. And then Noah from the back of the grid. Jetty Skulinov, ahead of Salim Hanna. Remember, he started on pole position. El Colombiano, who won the WSK Open Cup in juniors for RFM in 2022. He's in P5 at the moment. That's his teammate in position 1. About to start lap 17. 5 laps remaining, including this one. Sideways from Eichmanns. He's got the fastest lap of the race at 46.52 versus 5.8 for Bondarev. Over the ripple strip, driving the wheels off the 209 Birillard. Powered by the GFR Tune TM engine. The factory IAME on the Kart Republic of Alexander Bondarev races down the hill. Bolts out of the corners. Does the KR. Particularly in this corner now. The Birillard working hard. Ronnie Sala, team manager, team owner for the Birillard team. Watching on trackside, as is Jordan Lennox, who is mentoring young Ian. And the gap still, it's virtually the same, 0.34. So we're talking not tenths, but thousandths of a second. There's Guy looking good for a fairy tale podium. There's Salim. He's got by Jetty Skulinoff. This is lap 18 of 21. 17 have been raced. Zach Drummond going through. Noah Wolf inside the top 10 from grid 33. What a drive from the Brit. There's Noah coming on. The Englishman behind the Scotsman, Zach Drummond, who's still in position 9. 3 laps now remaining. Alexander Bondarev, the Williams F1 Academy junior driver. 0.3, it has not changed. Torturing the LeConte tyres here in the OK final. Down into the pit hairpin. Eichmanns tries to go deep under brakes, different lines ever so slightly. Bondarev goes out very wide, slightly tighter from Eichmanns. He's quick down this part of the circuit. Watch into the chicane. Bondarev starting to skate now, but Eichmanns is likewise. The LeConte tyres are being tortured. Another retirement. Lewis Werrell is out. Bollier is also out, as is the Australian Dante Vinci. 2 laps now remaining. .33 of a second. It has not changed. Guy Superb in third. Albash looking at a fairy tale podium here in trying circumstances. The first race of the 19th season of WSK promotion competition. Bondarev, surely he won't lose it from here. Rides the ripple strip, does the Oakman. The Ukrainian for the Prema Racing team just glances over his shoulder. Back to the Belgian, who can't bridge the gap. Last lap. The gap stays the same. 0.3. It will take a mistake from the European champion, which is the former Euro champ, which is unlikely to happen, although he drifts wide that time. Over the ripple strip, skates under brakes, does Eichmanns. What a superb performance from both these two, and do not forget the brilliant debut outing under trying circumstances for the Israeli Guy Elbaz. There's the Israeli for Czech Republic in P3. 3 corners remaining. Bondarev knows he's got it. He can white line it. Eichmanns tries to close up. He can't do it. But Bondarev runs wide. White lines it around the outside. Bondarev wins the WSK Champions Cup with a brilliant drive. The Oakman, Ian Eichmanns second. What a finish. Guy Elbaz from the Holy Land of Israel has taken the final step of the podium on debut for Czech Republic. Bondarev wins. Salim Hanna misses the podium by a single position. Jetty Skulinoff. P5 from Papachena. Kavalkin, Peschel, Zach Drummond and Noah Wolf from the back of the grid with a stunning drive finishes in P10. There's DCC. Cosman Christopher crosses the line in 28th as the final finisher. The Prema Racing duo from the front row of the grid, but it was a brilliant start from Guy Elbaz, who drove down the inside to take the lead. Carnage at the first corner, eliminating Leo Nielsen, who was out. Vivek Kantan did not even get to the start, but Guy Elbaz led up until this move when Ian Eichmanns went through to take the lead, and Bondarev followed the Belgian on through. Anatoly Kavalkin was making up positions until Bondarev sent it on the inside of Ian Eichmanns. The gap stayed exactly the same for the second half of the final, 0.3. As they traded fastest laps. Ian Eichmanns, incidentally, taking the fastest lap of the race of 46.520. Tried the outside on the final corner, but it's Bondi, the Williams F1 Academy junior driver, who takes the victory. The Prema Racing pilot is the home in 4th place, although that may change in just a moment. Nose cone out of place. For the moment, the provisional standings. Bondarev wins it from Eichmanns. And Guy Elbaz in second. Salim Hanna home in Podium here. A brilliant race. And we're about to get underway with Ian, Guy and Alexander. There is a slight change. Eichmanns did suffer a 3-second penalty. He's still on the podium, but the positions have changed. The WSK Champions Cup for 2024. In third place, the Belgian for the Birrell Art Racing Team, Ian Eichmanns. Second position from the Holy Land of Israel, Guy Elbaz. The WSK Champions Cup champion, the Williams F1 Academy junior driver for Czech Republic, Prema Racing, Alexander Bondarev. And representing Prema Racing, Glenn Kayat. The third place trophy for Ian Eichmanns from Belgium. Second place on debut for Czech Republic from the Holy Land of Israel, Guy Elbaz. The WSK Champions Cup champion from Ukraine, Alexander Bondarev. And representing Prema Racing, Glenn Kayat. The national anthem of Ukraine. The OK podium for the 2024 WSK Champions Cup. Third place from Belgium, Ian Eichmanns. Second from Israel, Guy Elbaz. And the winner of the Champions Cup for Prema Racing from Ukraine, Alexander Bondarev. The podium for OK. Stay with us here at Lonato. The OK and Junior final in just a moment.